From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Road trips and young romances, breakups and second chances. Our rhythm steers through all these years. If love is a drum, you are my drummer. I'll dance to your beat only forever. If love is a drum, you are my drummer. I'll dance to your beat. My Isukuti love. Is it good for me? Is it good for me? My Isukuti love. Is it good for me? Is it good for me? Bringing the one din din and the boom boom boom. Adding manya titi, then it's me and you. My Isukuti love. Is it good for me? Is it good for me? Is it good? Heartbeats and stolen glances, oceans and wedding marches. Our music plays through all these days. If love is a drum, you are my drummer. I'll dance to your beat only forever. If love is a drum, you are my drummer. I'll dance to your beat. My Isukuti love. Is it good for me? Is it good for me? My Isukuti love. Is it good for me? Is it good for me? Bringing the one din din and the boom boom boom. Adding manya titi, then it's me and you. My Isukuti love. Is it good for me? Is it good for me? Is it good? If you wanna know the power of my love, it's not a feeling, it's an action word. You can never give it to me too much, too much. If you wanna know the power of my love, it's not a feeling, it's an action word. You can never give it to me too much, too much. My Isukuti love. Is it good for me? My Isukuti love. If you wanna know the power of my love, it's not a feeling, it's an action. My Isukuti love. Give it to me too much, too much.
Wagwan Nairobi, y'all know what it is. We've got 5 mics on track. We're about to tell you who's taking over.
Yo, feel the heat when we come through Party Nation. Sexy people around me, Party Nation. All of them man, them looking so fly. Sexy girl, them wiggle and wine. On your feet, boogie and grind. MDQ, baby girl, one time.
Hivi si ufanyaga, si ndio show si upataga, si kwenye flow ukundo uwaga, shampemo mpaka tunamwaga. Remember, huku ni matanga, boss lady, mimi ndo semanga, na wapanga, muda na watanga, mko nje mkisota mkimanga manga, me, J's on my feet, inyaga, ride on the beat, tazama, I'm a hot tip, black butter on the ride.
I see everyone's one on my mind, yeah, afuzwa na ulimwengu. Wacha tupatane pataye, mbeleni mtatufahamu. Hatutakoma, hatuchoki, kuwapikia tu matamu.
nation. Squad. Sexy people around me, party nation. Squad. All of the man them looking so fly. Sexy girl them wiggle and wine. On your feet, boogie and grind. Cabot, let me hear you say.
Shibana, Nico Gage sana, safi sana. Ati leo hakuna kulala. Fena mayonde, modo ni drama queen. Blinky Chicago, get physical. You know kama kawaida it's typical. Confidential, bad man jump again. Do again. Happy mention, squad up, congregate. Confidential, bad man jump again. Do again. Happy mention, squad up,
Y'all
congregate.
feel the heat when we come through, party nation. Squad. Sexy people around me, party nation. Squad. All of the man them looking so fly. Sexy girl them wiggle and wine. On your feet, boogie and grind. Blicky bill, on the beat one time.
Like it's on Billy. I'm really tryna make a milli. Any track I kill it. And the girls they feel it. I really wanna get down low. Weak bit tough, gonna get down low. Squad is back with the heat for sure. Dance floor lit with the beat I know. See the people out here side by side.
People out here side by side.
Vibe is right because we do it right.
Right because we do it right.
Getting there so I will take my time. Never late cause this is Kenyan time. Yeah. Okay. Now who taking over?
Now who's taking over? The East taking over. The East taking over. Nairobi taking over. Nairobi taking over. Squad taking over. Squad taking over.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
That is Party Nation by various artists. We have the likes of Kagwe Mungai on there, Fena as well. We also have Blinky Bill. Just an amazing lineup for artists. Of course, when you see me on this background, you know that it is Friday and we do our Fridays a little bit different right here on Power Radio. My name is Wanyoike and I officially welcome you to join with me, cruise with us all the way on the Power Morning Drive Show, all the way from 8 a.m. till 10 in the a.m. We have such an amazing show lined up for you. I will be talking to two amazing young people. Now, there is something called the People Dialogue Festival, the PDF. It's all about convening stakeholders, policy takers and makers in a bid to ensure that they come together and have dialogue, meaningful conversations, meaningful engagements, and to see and steer this country into the governance and into the democratic space that it deserves to be. So we shall be having two of those amazing people from the Nisasa village, Nick Mathenge as well as Grace Dahil, and they will be telling us the importance of political and governance engagement for young people, as young as high school, kids, teenagers, and anything beyond that. Or also on the lineup today, but that is much later on, we shall be talking about what has been making the headlines today, both locally and internationally. We just saw the launch of a new party by the former NAC, what used to be called the NAC Kenya. We now have a new party by Martha Karua, so we shall be getting into a little bit of that. But in the meantime, you can get in touch with us. The hashtag to use is hashtag Power Morning Drive, and you can get in touch with us on our social media handles. We are at Power Radio across Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, X as well. You can also get this live stream on YouTube. We are Power Radio, and if you've not yet subscribed, please love yourself enough, go there and subscribe so that you can get all the things that we have lined up for you as well. You're also on our website www.power254.org/Power Radio. For now, let me take a quick breather. When I come back, we get into the traffic updates as well as what has been making headlines locally and internationally. This is the Power Morning Drive Show on Power Radio. See you in a bit.
Rise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
This is Hendrix Sound.
Misikatai, unanidai, akiwalahi, ninaogopa sitadinai. I want you to lie, ni vile I I'm trying to find good love, baby, baby, I'll be the one for you. I'm trying to be the best version of myself. If you wait for me, I don't need nobody else. I'm trying to find good love, baby, maybe, and I'll be the one for you, baby, maybe, I'll be the one for you.
Niko na visa, niko kwa simu na nasikia bashi meshika. Je, kuna madem, kuna maniga, maodine wamekuja kuchachisha. Ninajificha, sitaki picha, kubabae, sitaki vita. Nashikisha na mavela mabichwa, na tukishikwa jo mabel Mona Lisa. Tutoke BND, twende BNB, niko DND, usijam. I will be RB, I will be RB.
Mihadarati zishaanza kunidanganya hadi najishuku sana, zimelipu zimenichanganya napenda vitu si ufanya vile inafaa. Erobog na matin. gala jumi niko na mado. Wenye vipindi na musonge kando. Esima tu sama poso chopo. Chololo, chololo. Nobody can party like we do. Omoke girumba ko kwarawe blues. Kinena kalingi kipani ya sim. Meditation yaka bed ni soya design bololo. Anebo che bololo. So please no. Okadwa jo machendo oh. Oh bololo. Anebo che bololo. So please no. Okadwa jo machendo oh. Mi hadara decisions kunidanganya hadi najishuku sana. Zimelipu zimenichanganya napenda vitu si ufanya.
Miadarati zishaanza kunidanganya hadi najishuku sana. Zimelimbu Maximus
Ognamatin
hey and na Hodong yeah
Hodong
Nico DND
Mutoto ya Pamela.
I'll be right back. Tell him I'll be
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Alrighty, welcome back. That is Phenomenal Woman, Fena Gitu there, alongside Okelo Max. The song is Pogna Martin, and it's playing right here on the Power Morning Drive Show on Power Radio. My name is Wanyoike, and I am your host for today and pretty much every other day. So let's get into what the traffic situation is looking like this morning, it being the last day, I think. Yes, the last day of February. We start off with the high and mighty Thika Superhighway. There's a lot of traffic there as you head towards town from all the way from Survey. Things are looking busy this morning for you as well. I can also see that Limuru Road is not any better. From Village Market down towards the United Nations Crescent there, it's a little bit of a snarl up as you go towards Muthaiga. Kiambu Road is also looking quite busy this morning. As usual, Palek DCI down towards Karura, things are looking busy on your end as well. I can also see that Ngong Road is looking busy this morning as you go from Prestige Plaza down towards town. Same situation happening there. Langata Road pia kumeshikana kama kitu ingine. Especially as you go from Uhuru Gardens down towards the Western Hotel, those areas, things are bumper to bumper, nothing else there to say, but yeah, you'll be fine. You'll be out of the woods in no time. Lower Kabete Road, from Zen Garden down towards the Spring Valley Police Station and into Westlands, also looking very busy this morning as well. Same situation happening along Peponi Road as well. There's a lot of traffic as you go towards town from Kitsuru. Same situation happening also along Mombasa Road as well. From Cabanas down towards town, Capital Center, that area as you go towards Bellevue intersection, there's a lot of traffic as well as you go from where is this? As you go from, yes, from Cabanas, that's it. Right, let's see what's Manyanja Road is also looking busy this morning. Same situation also happening along Jogoo Road. Kukona kamsongamano kidogo as you go into town. Same situation happening along Wanyoike Way as well. From ABC place, just a little bit of a snarl up there, but it soon clears out after that. All right. In case of any accidents or incidents, do let us know. The hashtag to use is hashtag Power Morning Drive. I take a quick breather. When we come back, we get into the day's news roundup. So keep it right here on Power Radio.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Usiku wa joto, usiku wa manane, usiku usioishia. Katikati ya Julai tulikuwa na furaha, hatuku stress na uhai. Tulijua tu city lights ya Nairobi, they shine so bright. Oh, remember dancing in the moonlight up until the sunrise. Strobe lights glaring oh so bright. Katikati ya July, ya July, ya July, ya July. Skin to skin, follow the beat the whole night. Oh, we'd be disco queens, but that was way before our time. Our life is ours, so we take it. So let's run naked, paint the city pink. We deserve to take it. Let's get our lick back, fight the system, we can break it. Chase our dreams until we make it. Dancing in the moonlight up until the sunrise. Strobe lights glaring oh so bright. Katikati ya July, ya July, ya July, ya
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Mighty fingers.
I make mountains out of molehills, and it can be quite the scene. Think about how far I've come and my life looking greater than it's ever been. If I could eat my pie in the sky, it would be just my thing. Sipping on my champagne and my life looking greater than it's ever been. My life looking greater than it's ever been. How did you rise so fast, so high, and not melt your wings in the sun? You must be Africa's son. How did you rise so fast, so high, and not melt your wings in the sun? They say you must be an African. They say you must be Africa's son. They say you must be an African. They say you must be Africa's son. You must be an African. I don't know about my haters, but they should know about me. Keep me humble, oh God. My life looking greater than it's ever been. I overflow flavor. My pockets are full of green. Even on my worst day, my life looking greater than it's ever been. Woo! My life looking greater than it's ever been. How did you rise so fast, so high, and not melt your wings in the sun? You must be Africa's son. How did you rise so fast, so high, and not melt your wings in the sun? They say you must be an African. They say you must be Africa's son. They say you must be an African. They say you must be Africa's son. You must be an African. You jealous, don't hold me, jealous, don't hold me, jealous, don't hold me back. If you jealous, don't hold me, jealous, don't hold me, jealous, don't hold me back. If you jealous, don't hold me, jealous, don't hold me, jealous, don't hold me back. If you jealous, don't hold me, jealous, don't hold me, jealous, don't hold me back. If you jealous, don't hold me back. Jealous, don't hold me, no, no, no. If you're jealous, don't hold me back. I'm saying, please don't jealous me. Please don't jealous me. I'm singing, please don't jealous me. Please don't jealous me. I'm singing, please don't jealous me. Jealous, don't hold me, jealous, don't hold me, jealous, don't hold me.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
All right, a very, very, very welcome back. Welcome back. I wanted to say a very good morning, but yes, it is. It is a very good morning on my end for sure. That is Africa's Sun by the one and only very talented Tetu Shani, and it's playing right here on Power Radio. My name is Wanyoike. I'm your host. This is the Power Morning Drive Show, and let's get into what has been making the headlines. And you know, if you live in Kenya, you know that we do not have a country here. We live in a circus, so there's always something in this country. But let me just give you what is plastered on the pages, the cover pages of our dailies today. I start off with the Daily Nation. The cover page is Unity Test Ahead. That is the title there. I can see a picture of some people who have been quite remarkably instrumental to the political landscape of Kenya. I can see Eugene Wamalwa, Kalonzo Musyoka there, Martha Karua, as well as former DP Rigathi Gachagua, all dubbed in purple-esque, you know, at the launch of the People's Liberation Party yesterday that, you know, has been newly launched. I think this is, not I think, it is the replacement of NAK Kenya by Martha Karua. And so that happened yesterday. We shall get into it a little bit more as I finish up with what is making the top stories. And then I can also see that there's a story here about the inside murdered Britain's last 48 hours. Campbell Scott, you know, had been here for some business in Kenya, but he was murdered. He was murdered at just 1 week ago, and so there's a probe happening right now to investigate exactly who might have wanted him dead as well. I can also see that 26 billion shillings for lecturers' pension missing. That's a story on the back page. We also have alarm as condom shortage bites. Sorry, on page 10, you know, because of the whole withdrawal of the United States funding from different programs. There's a story there about condoms being on a shortage. We also have on international news, Pope Francis clashed with cardinals over Vatican finances before his hospitalization. And lastly, why 34 top lawyers, retired judges, may lose senior counsel rank. We all know that this week we are yet to find out who is going to remain on the JSC, that is a Judicial Service Commission. A lot of conversations about who needs to go home because of some corruption allegations. We also have issues of misconduct as well of public office. So that's the story that we shall be also looking at later on. On the Standard newspaper, 4-star brat, that is a conversation that they have put into it's the main cover story here, looking at Muhoozi's, the story says Muhoozi is a decorated soldier in the Ugandan army. However, the more stars the officer gets, the more erratic he becomes. He quit social media platform X after a series of diplomatic gaffes, but his return has seen him make more controversial statements that threaten regional peace, family units, and the media. That's a story that goes on in depth on page 4 and 5 of the Standard. We also have the story of Governor Stan hit on KP over blackouts. Bills, story on page 8. Treasury issues new Eurobond, story on page 19. Explosions hit the M23 DRC meeting, and that is a story that is explained further on page 22 of the Standard newspaper. Right, so let's just dive into a little bit of this story of the launch of the People's Liberation Party that happened yesterday. Martha Karua, she's mostly known as the Iron Lady, has been leading NARC Kenya, the party, but right now she has relaunched that party, and now it's the People's Liberation Party, and all I can see right now is a lot of purple, and I'm assuming that is the color theme of this party. And in the launch yesterday, the unity test here that the paper is talking about is, the four major leaders. That is Wiper leader Kalonzo Musyoka, former deputy president Rigathi Gachagua, and we also have the DAP, the Democratic Alliance Party leader Eugene Wamalwa, who have come together to ensure that the one thing that they have is to make sure that 2027 Ruto goes home. And in her statement, Martha Karua herself, and I quote, said the following, that the call for unity is the foundation of the liberation movement, and that their commitment is to send President Ruto home. The Kenya Kwanza regime and its allies have de-established both the education and health care systems, while the affordable housing project is not being done in the transparent manner. She goes on to say that they are grabbing land of people with title deeds and giving it to cronies. Some of those demolitions are not about the environment. It is not about affordable housing, and it is not about public use, but about gifting his friends that land. Whoever gets elected as candidate through a transparent method, we shall all rally behind that person. So the message is quite clear, that the reason as to why they've come together is to first ensure that President William Ruto is removed from office in 2027. Those are quite the truthful, they're not even allegations at this point. It is for sure that we've seen indeed that the Kenya Kwanza government has terribly failed. I mean, nothing is working in this country. Right now we're just in the crackdown of the Social Health Authority, SHA. So many we've seen there's so many stories from different countries. I mean, from different counties across the country. Hospitals being on a snarl because there are nothing to do. The patients have to go back deep into their pockets to remove the money so that they can get the health services, so that they can be seen. When we saw a story yesterday, even done by Citizen TV, how across many public hospitals, SHA is not being accepted just of yet, and Kenyans are even wondering why was there such a swift transition into Chief and Shah, yet NHIF was perfectly fine. And I don't know, it wasn't perfectly fine. I mean, of course, it had its own breaches and gaps, but why the sudden shift into something, yet instead of making whatever is available, why did we have to ensure that we put completely a new measure only to fail? I mean, it's terribly failing. We're just going to continue seeing a lot of lives being lost. We know that for sure right now, like hospitals are on a standstill. And so what Mother Karua is aiming to do with the People's Liberation Party is to see that there's an end to this regime. But let me, my only way in on that is you cannot form a political coalition just to oust a president out. It has to be much more than that. It doesn't make sense to just come together because you want somebody to leave office. You better have something better to offer as well. And so it would be interesting to see what the new propositions of the People's Liberation Party is going to bring to the table. Are we going to see again another opportunity for reinventing the wheel? You know, leaders and I mean politicians, we know them, that these are always gimmicks. They come, launch parties, give us a million manifestos, give us million promises, only not to be delivered at the end of it all. And it's usually just a tactic for retention of power and to just remain in power. But power, when it's not doing anything, I don't think there's a need for amassing power. Power is supposed to be a tool that stewards social change, that stewards political transformation, that stewards economic transformation as well to the people that have elected you as well. So yes, I'm not excited. I can't say that I'm looking forward. I cannot also say that this is a new dawn. It's again, we've seen this time and time again, but it would be very interesting to see what happens to these four. You know, a lot of people having their own apprehension on why exactly they've come together, this faction of the four leaders that I aforementioned, and would their unity last longer than the 2027 polls? Because Kenya is beyond the 2027 polls. Kenya is bigger than the 2027 elections. Kenya is bigger than President Ruto as well. So it would be interesting to see what happens from that front. But it is not a lie that some of the key issues that Martha Karua was able to mention there, like these are things we've seen, and there's facts all over it on what exactly needs to be done in a better way. But moving quite along, but with I think within the same scope, on the page 5 of the Daily Nation, Raila lists ills Ruto should fix as he plans major announcement. Now, the ODM leader Raila Odinga has called for solutions to issues affecting the country, saying many Kenyans have urged him to put an end to actions that derail development. Now, you will realize that, you know, because of his failure at the Africa Union, now the focus comes back home. He did have a life before the AUC chairmanship. That was that has now the ship has sailed. And so I think for Raila Odinga, while I still have my own apprehension also about his engagement politically right now, I think he should really just rest. I do get when people want him to come back and kind of speak up on the issues that are going on, because yeah, they still see him as the opposition leader. And so he's saying that he's been able to say, and I quote, "As you know, we came from a very extensive campaign across the continent. We are now back home, and people are very anxious to know our way forward." That is what he was saying. And among the issues that he says require urgent attention from government, the Kenya Kwanza regime, is governance, corruption, ethnic discrimination, failure of the universal health coverage plan, youth unemployment, tribalism, and yada yada yada. Right, so that it's very interesting. I mean, he just got out of a consultative meeting the other day, and he said that he's going to give an announcement as to his now plans are for the future, and so it's going to be interesting to kind of see what comes out of that engagement. But here's the thing. Honestly, if you ask me, I think it's time for Raila to really take a back seat, and all his focus should be on, if he's not yet been doing that, to train up the next person who is going to take up his baton as the opposition leader. Now, I get that he would like to still chime in onto national dialogue. I get that because of his extensive experience in the space as well, it's important also for him to weigh in on the issues that the Kenya Kwanza government is not doing right. And of course, that is his mandate as the opposition leader. But for how long will this continue? So the major announcement that he will make next week shall tell us exactly what happens. Is he stepping back? Is he launching something new? We don't know. We just have to wait and see what comes with that. And hopefully, I hope that he's taking a back seat, but let's wait and see what comes out of that engagement. It's a good place for me to take a quick kopo la maji, as they say it in Swahili. We'll see you on the other side of the break as we wrap up with what has been making the news headlines. Keep it Power Radio.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
African beauty, tall, dark, and handsome. He gave me his number, I gave him my name. That marked the beginning of such a beautiful thing. I don't know what I'm feeling when he's around. My head touches the ceiling, far back to the ground. Is it love or just infatuation? Whatever it is, I just love the sensation. About my African king, I love his big brown eyes and the color of his skin. I can't breathe whenever he's not around. I go weak, oh yeah, whenever he comes around. I don't know what I'm feeling when he's around. My head touches the ceiling, far back to the ground. Is it love or just infatuation? Whatever it is, I just love the sensation. Jana moja, kijana moja, sikuli, sioi, and I'm so glad he's my rock, he's my power, he's my warrior king. He's got my back, he's no coward. He's my ebony baby, coffee skin like a Howard. He's my hero, my strength, he's my African Jack Bauer. And I don't know what I'm feeling when he's around. My head touches the ceiling, fall back to the ground. Is this love or just infatuation? Whatever it is, I just love the sensation.
Netoi si nesia sasha Nesierega medeko Stirumi Oka ito sire na karamu Joy amoge koyo Anyua go nageto mi Oka ito sire Oka ito aranderie Oka ito sire Oka ito aranderie Kwanene kwenda na Inye mwale ire dumu Nyomba yage koyo euke Mora tonga nyoni joru Ogodonero semioro angai Omenye Kaivito da komaga Joy ya moge koyo Enyua go nageto mi Okaito shire Okaito aranderie Okaito shire Okaito aranderie Kwenye kwenda na Era inera kwa wanjohi Era joy ne kanjoe Detto si serio modegna Raditario alegoro Metugo Okaito shire na karamu Joy amoge koyo Enyua go nageto mi Okaito shire Okaito aranderie Okaito shire Okaito aranderie Kwanyende kwenda na Nyomba ito nendarega Tuwirima tukionaga Jiano asito neiko uka Tondo wame twirendu hia Muneko Okaito shire na karamu Joy amoge koyo Enyua go nageto mi Okaito shire Okaito aranderie Okaito shire Okaito aranderie Kwenye kwenda na Inye mwale ire dumu Nyomba yage koyo euke Mora tonga nyoni joru Ogodonero semioro angai Omenye Kaivito da komaga Joy amoge koyo Enyua go nageto mi Okaito shire Okaito aranderie Okaito shire Okaito aranderie Okaito shire Okaito aranderie Okaito shire Okaito aranderie Kwanyende kwenda na
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
I come correct, and yeah, my swag so official like I'm the ref. See, I be rockin' Louis, so shorties wanna do me. Have all these haters feeling so underdressed. I see you mucking me, but I ain't mucking back. Cause I ain't got time for your chitty hard like butter on pastry. She's on my arm like my Virgin Mary. And we be on that weed from early. OG, smoking by the OZ. And all she wanna see is a couple emojis. But I got money to blow. And shorty, I ain't tripping, so you already know. Can't moolah all day. If you want it, gon' pay. Hater, I'm just letting you know that
All I know is swagger.
Me, I keep it fresh all day, it's all cool. Me, I keep it fresh all day, it's all cool.
Put your hands up if you have some.
Cause you keep it fresh all day, it's all cool. Cause you keep it fresh all day, it's all cool.
Okay, my life is not the same, and I know who to blame. If I remember the name, it sounded something like fame. For the money, for the game, I would kill it. No shame. Rep a crew that's untamed, and I'm a dude that's maintained. Swagger so right as Frank. Funny big Benjamin sitting in the bank. What you think? I've been working hard, numbers agree. So please believe me, this is easy, born to be an MC. So I took one Nairobi, the swagger strong only. 24 hours round the clock, Wani. The Levi store know me. Big up Ryo and Fuzzy. Now I'm fresh all day, Nikki Chapakazi. Boys be looking at P, this ever slappy, Lucy, Kibaki, LOL. Yeah, I'm only messing, I'm just digging the jam. Bumping it with my fam, Chuck Taylor's helping me stand, let go.
All I know is swagger.
Me, I keep it fresh all day, it's all cool. Me, I keep it fresh all day, it's all cool.
Put your hands up if you have some.
Cause you keep it fresh all day, it's all cool. Cause you keep it fresh all day, it's all cool.
I said we on to be their favorite. Moolah team pacing. Further than the basement, higher than the spaceships. NASA couldn't waste this, rockets couldn't chase this. Swagger on vintage, African fresh prince. Flying like the Jetsons, higher than the Jeffersons. Moving on up till they can't get enough of us. Now we at the top, better use your binoculars. Swagger non-stop is what you do if you have some. And I'm just getting started. Haven't seen a Kenyan boy trying to go harder. You gotta work for your profit, cause everybody's trying to get paid in Nairobi. I think your swagger need coaching. Fresh all day, it's all cool by the ocean. Swagging down in South Coast, you could say we coasting. High grade glowing, super flowing. Damn.
All I know is swagger.
Me, I keep it fresh all day, it's all cool. Me, I keep it fresh all day, it's all cool.
Put your hands up if you have some.
Cause you keep it fresh all day, it's all cool. Cause you keep it fresh all day, it's all cool. Fresh all day, 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 it's all cool. Fresh all day, fresh all day, it's all cool.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Alrighty, welcome back. That is Fresh All Day by CAMP to the Moolah, and it's playing right here on Power Radio. This is the Power Morning Drive Show. Now, to our final story, let's cross borders now to the DR Congo, where two explosions hit the M23 meeting ICC's CAN 6 Special Tribunal. Now, two explosions rocked a city in eastern DRC Thursday after a meeting of the M23 attended by one of the armed group's leaders, Corneille Nangaa. AFP reporters say Bukavu is one of the two key cities in the turbulent region seized in recent weeks by anti-government M23 fighters who UN experts say are backed by Rwandan forces. And of course, the president of Rwanda, Paul Kagame, has stated time and time again that the Rwandan government is not in any way involved with 23. I have many questions around that, but I cannot say here. And a fast explosion caused panic, sending spectators fleeing before a second explosion rang out. Nanga had left Independence Square, where the meeting had taken place at the time of the explosions, according to the AFP journalist. The M23 took control of South Kivu provincial capital Bukavu over a week ago after capturing Goma, the capital of North Kivu and the main city in the country's east late last month. The eastern DRC has been the scene of decades of relentless conflict, but has been plunged into fresh turmoil as fighters from the M23 group seize swaths of territory in the two provinces. So, of course, this is a story that we are going to definitely continue hearing as it unfolds, because every week comes with its own fair share of new drama. Now, the ICC, that's the International Criminal Court, wants in on this on this story of M23 and whatever is happening in in DR Congo, and so there's just a lot of politicking happening. I don't think anybody really is interested in the freedom of Congo, because there's so much interest there, because first of all, the minerals of Congo, so many corporations benefit from the, I would call it manufactured crisis, because it is, or funded crisis, because again it is funded war, because the more you keep people fighting, the focus is going to be on the destabilization of the country, and so it's easier for you to kind of exploit and continue with the exploitation of the minerals and everything that is in between there. So the ICC, yes, they can come in, but I think Congo's freedom and liberation is much, much deeper than just having the UN or foreign observers. So I keep saying, if we are going to really be about this Pan-African truce and ceasefire, then we have to really, really be about it. All African nations should actually come together and make sure that we oust everybody who needs to be ousted from DRC Congo. I think Congo is a very rich country it would benefit most African countries, if not all, if we made sure that they are doing well internally, right, as a country. But I don't know what kind of conversations go on. I mean, the East African community has issued statements here and there, but it has never been something substantial that sees to see the end of the conflict in DRC Congo. So it's quite unfortunate, and that story leads us to the end of our local and international news roundup. When we come back, we are joined by Grace Dahil and Nick Mathenge from the People Dialogue Festival Nisisi Nisasa village. Now, the People Dialogue Festival is a convening that brings together policymakers, policy takers as well, the public, to just come together and have meaningful engagement, multi-stakeholder engagement, to ensure that dialogue is harnessing how we show up for our political and governance and democratic processes in Kenya. So we shall be joined by those two as they tell us exactly what the PDF is all about and how can we plug into the conversation, as well as why it's important to have young people as young as teenage years engaged in political and democratic processes. So that's a conversation that you do not want to miss. If you have any questions, kindly reach us out on our social media handles. We are at Power Radio across all our socials. Any questions for them, start streaming them in and we will be sure to answer them. For now, we take a quick break. We will be right back.
Back with another ba bum ba bum bum. Back with another ba bum ba bum bum. Back with another one ba bum ba bum bum. Let's get it ba bum ba bum bum. Gotta be a lane to chasing a Mary Jane, chasing a Mary Jane, to chasing a Mary Jane. Gotta be a Jane 'cause I really like the way your music is insane. Gotta be a lane to chasing a Mary Jane, chasing a Mary Jane, to chasing a Mary Jane. Gotta be a lane 'cause Mary Jane. Gotta be a Jane, cause I really like the way your music is insane. Gotta be a lane to just in a Mary Jane. Just in a Mary Jane, to just in a Mary Jane. Gotta be a Jane, cause I really like the way your music is insane. Gotta be a lane to just in a Mary Jane. To just in a Mary Jane, to just in a Mary Jane. Gotta be a Jane, cause I really like it. Man, I really like it. Yeah, man, I really like to dance. Really like to move my body like that. Really like to dance. Really like to move my body like that. Okay, na jo napendanga energy drink. Lakini ukitaka mali safi and the chain. Kuna manziana everything you need. Gotta break your back, gotta break your back, gotta break your back until everything don't be leveling. Go so sweet, they be jealousy. Everything about you is so highly. I know you know they know you got nice energy. I keep stronger. Every time so exciting. Now what lie, you mesmerizing. Nice energy. I keep stronger. That is why Mary Jane makes you feel some type of way. Gotta be a lane to just in a Mary Jane. Just in a Mary Jane. To just in a Mary. To just in a Brandon, Jerry. To just in a Kendra. To just in a Abby. To just in a Erika. To just in a Lynn. To just in a Tracy. To just in a Dodo. Now Warembo.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
This proves to be such a beautiful night, so I wanna stay out with you till the morning comes along now. Sulu and Kinyadi, Yopolo eno hallelujah. Give me the word and a bit of me. Mutumandi wanyalo yoro. And now we made it to the mountain tops. Let me take your hands, baby, lead your way. And now we're cruising to the promised land. Mind a low, better not mind a low. Tops. Let me take your hands, baby, lead your way. And now we're cruising to the promised land. Mind a low, better not mind a low. Kai go dire atia. Kai go dire. Ya kumbanya de daga ka oda siri. Kai go dire atia. Kai go dire. Ya kumbanya de daga ke modo siri. Milima na mabonde, ore wa yora yora. Milima na mabonde, ore wa yora yora. Milima na mabonde, ore wa yora yora. Milima na mabonde, ore wa yora yora.
Nama, chukagera rosine ke besilia, my dear. Nama. Kagera rosine ngegwesilia my dear. Na dear busy ona me hangani no dige we haraya ni no chuke ogora mawani kohe ona diawe kana gweke doge sama ta ojere tane wakinya chuke goe how get in don't get ni wacho. Don't get ni nisa.
I'm here to stay.
mabonde ahore wayora yora nemilima na mabonde ahore wayora yora nemilima na mabonde ahore wayora yora nemilima na mabonde ahore wayora yora.
From sunrise to sunset, all day. Power Radio.
Alrighty, welcome back. That is Cannibal, and alongside the president himself, Prezzo, with My City, My Town, and it's playing right here on Power Radio. This is the Power Morning Drive Show. My name is Wanyoike, and I am your host. Karibu sana. Remember, you can get engaged with us. Hashtag Power Morning Drive. Also, reach us out on our social media handles at Power Radio. Yes, and it is time to get into our discussion today. As promised earlier, I am joined by Nick Mathenge from the PDF. I also have Grace Dahil, but before that, I'll let them introduce themselves and then we can get into our discussion. Today, we are looking at the People Dialogue Festival, specifically why it is important to create and open up spaces for the inclusion of young people in democracy and also governance processes as well. So, good morning.
Good morning.
Hi, how are you guys doing?
We're doing alright.
Mko salama sana?
Yeah.
Fantastic. All right. Well, let's start with you. Introduce yourself and your involvement at the People Dialogue Festival.
Thank you so much for having me. My name is Nick Mathenge. I am an entrepreneur. I do a couple of things, but now in this case, I'm a coordinator at the Nisisini Sasa Village at the People's Dialogue Festival 2025. And we will talk about the PDF more. So let me just introduce myself and maybe pass it on to my colleague.
Yes.
Thank you so much. My name is Grace Dahil. I am also the coordinator for the Nisisini Sasa Village at the PDF 2025.
Yeah. Awesome. It's so good to have you guys on the show today. But my first question, and I'll throw it to Nick. Yeah, the People Dialogue Festival. For how long have you been involved in it, and why was it important for you to even get to use your skills as a young person to involve yourself in something as grand and as magical as the PDF? Yeah.
Okay, and I'm going to be very, very honest with you. When the first time I got involved in PDF, I was going for a funky.
Okay.
You know, I was in Form 2. We were looking for ways to leave the school.
Okay.
I mean, we were in high school, we were in shorts. We had to find ways. We had to talk to the other gender as well. Than all boys school. So when I was going for the first time, we didn't understand what it was. I was in Form 2, I was going for a funky, but it's a 3-day event. So when the first day I went to, I fell in love with what we were talking about, and then we went. So I've been there for over, I guess, 4 years now, because I was in Form 2, Form 3, Form 4. And when I was after school, the last year I was a panelist. Now this year I'm a coordinator. So it's you can even see the growth from being a funky now to me being actively involved in it to now being in the kitchen and actually cooking it and actually now making the experience better for other people.
Yeah, it's like a Kenyan funky now.
Yeah, it's a Kenyan funky now.
It is a Kenyan funky for the public.
And I'd like to invite everyone to come. It's a very, very amazing thing. PDF has been running since 2019, so this is the 7th edition, and we're only getting bigger. We've gotten bigger. We started at there's one which was actually in Serena, very, very small one. Now museum, we keep on taking. Right now it's happening in Uhuru Park, which is actually the very, very big venue.
Yes. And for somebody who does not know what PDF is about, what is PDF?
Thank you. So PDF, the People's Dialogue Festival, is a festival that aims to speak and give out information on the importance of democracy in us. And we are able to tell, it's similar to those democracy festivals that we have in the Nordic countries, where they come and discuss issues with their leaders. So when you have an issue in the society that you're facing, you don't have to throw it to the CS on X. They will be there. There'll be multiple members of parliament. There'll be cabinet secretaries. There'll be governors. There'll be ministers. You'll come directly talk about these issues. There'll be NGOs Amnesty is going to be there, Transparency International, Furaha Initiative. We have so many organizations that you can actually talk.
Power 254 and Power Radio.
Power Radio.
We will be there.
Yeah, you see, the media is also playing a very, very big role. K24 is going to be there.
Yeah.
So issues are able to get amplified. So instead of us going to the streets, we have to come and also talk, not to each, not at each other, but to each other.
Yes.
So we talk about issues facing us. For example, if it's the issues facing women in our society, equality and all those things, there'll be organizations there. There'll be FIDA, there'll be Kewopa. So you come talk about issues. And then now these organizations which are tasked by doing that, they can be able to amplify your issues.
Right.
So that's the main thing about PDF.
Yeah.
And also under the Nisisi Nisasa now, what we strive to do there is to demystify issues. Like, for example, someone who's 14, they might say, when I was 14 personally, I never wanted anything to do with politics. I knew I was going to go work hard, get my own money, get rich, go somewhere. I never wanted to care about politics. And I was wondering, why would someone want to be president? I mean, you're being paid 2 million, that people who earn 10 million a month. Why would I strive? What was more important for this seat? But you see, that's someone who doesn't understand the importance of politics in their lives. Someone who's 14 doesn't understand what politics can do. But if you take the big concept, if they take the big chunk of economy, if you take this GDP aside, GDP is a very maybe hard thing for them to think about. But if you tell them the price of ice pop or the price of Big Daddy is not going to be 10 bob anymore, it's going to be 15 bob. That is all shaped by the political landscape. That's how they're able to understand.
Right.
So we're able to demystify topics, and we will go through some of the topics that we have under Nisisi Nisasa for this year.
All right. Grace, for how long have you been a part of the PDF and the Nisisi Nisasa village as well?
Okay, so for me, I got introduced to PDF in 2023.
Okay.
I was in Form 3.
Yeah.
Like he said, for me, it was also a funky. I was just going for a fun activity. I didn't even know, I don't even think I knew the name of the session we were going for. I just knew we were going to Nairobi Museum.
Okay.
So I just got in the bus and we go there.
Yeah.
Then arriving now, through the process, that's when I started understanding what PDF is all about.
Yeah.
And I got invested in it. Then later on, I got to know about Kimberly, who's also part of PDF. And then she introduced me to
Kimberly.
it. Yeah, and that's how I was able to be part of it this year and called upon to be the coordinator for the Nisasa village.
And of course, you were up to task.
Yeah.
So the Nisisi Nisasa village is just, it's going to be one of the villages and the booths at the People Dialogue Festival.
Yes.
And it aims at giving voice and space for young people like high schoolers
Yeah.
to come and engage politically and also engage in governance. Why was it important for you guys to, come together and say, you know what, the high schoolers, even them, they have something to say. Why do you think it's important for us to engage young people? Yeah.
I think for a long time, we've always thought that young people should just sit down and listen and not do anything. But then with time, it has become clear that young people have ideas that could be put in, it could be invested into the growth of the country. And so that's what we thought of, bringing in young people so that they can also voice out their ideas and feel like they're part of the change, so that they don't feel left out. Because in the long run, we are making space for them. They're the ones who are going to be living. They're the ones who are, the future is theirs, right? So we need to give them a chance to plan for their own future and be part of the preparation,
Yeah, right. The Nisisi Nisasa village, you have mentioned that there's going to be an array of topics that you will be discussing. What are some of these topics that we can look forward to?
Okay. So the Nisisi Nisasa village, especially now, for those people who don't know what the PDF is a 4-day event. So it starts from 5th to 8th March of 2025. So there's 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th at the Uhuru Park. And some of the topics we're going to discuss under the Nisisi Nisasa are, for example, Gen Z revolution.
Yes.
No, what about it?
Yeah.
And then now, social media and politics, how to harness. I'm just going to give maybe a brief. There are about 9 sessions for the 4 days.
Okay.
There's one also about knowing your rights.
Yes.
There's another one of explaining the constitution to young people. They have different session names. I'm just giving out what they stand for. There's one about taking initiative. In fact, I'm be the one taking up the session. It's called Taking Initiative Change from Ground Up by Raha Initiative.
Okay.
And what that speaks about is why we shouldn't wait for the government to do everything for us, and why we can take initiatives between ourselves and discuss that if one of us is going through a problem, we don't have to go to the government. We can changa chenye uko nayo, changa chenye niko nayo, we help out wherever we can. Because we can't keep waiting for the government to do some of the things that we can do ourselves. There are other topics about now, especially harnessing the power of social media, because we are going on to a digital age. And especially now, then why Nisinsasa village is actually the biggest village, and it has the most people. In fact, we have over 800 people.
Wow!
And then it comes at such a time, such a dynamic time, because you see, last year with the whole Gen Z thing, never has youth voices become as important as vocal. Meaning everyone wants to hear what the youth have to say.
Yes.
We are the decision makers. Because how you see 75% of Kenyan population
is young people.
35 million out of the 47.5 million in the country.
Right.
Out of those, 14.5 million are above 18. Meaning the big chunk is in high school and they will leave and they will vote.
Right.
In 2027, the people who are in Form 3 now,
they will be
vote.
voters.
And they're the ones who will decide, they're the ones who will sway. So in fact, if I was a politician, I'd be looking for them. I'd be looking for them. I'd be listening to what they want, because these are people, if they hold beef, they hold beef with you. And they're and we're dealing with a learned crowd.
Yes.
We're dealing with a very, very learned crowd. That's one of the things. And also another thing is about AI. Now, is your job gonna be taken? How do you change your job to make sure that you're safe? So those are the topics that we're discussing. We have very, very good topics and very, very updated topics that are current with the very, very current with the situation happening in the country.
So, we grew up hearing that, you young leaders, you're going to be the leaders of tomorrow, not today. And then I hear a term as Nisisi Nisasa. So it's now, we are the leaders of now. What does that message send to young people when you hear Nisisi Nisasa?
There can be no conversation about the youth without the youth.
Okay.
You cannot be talking about us behind closed doors. There's no way you're giving out. It's like you're giving out people who are 70 years. They're talking about issues discussing the youth. You're not even the youth. How do you know issues discussing us?
Yes.
So it is us and it is now.
Yes.
Because you can't tell me you're discussing issues and you're not even one of us. So we need to have representatives there. We need to have our seat at the table. We need to have representatives. We need to have, even in the cabinet, there needs to be someone who's the youth representative, where they get to listen to issues facing the youth. Because there's no way you're talking about to Mathenge something for the youth and there's no youth among them.
Right.
So how do you know? I cannot come here and discuss issues facing women if I'm not either an expert in that society or I'm not one. You see?
Yeah. Gotcha. Grace, the theme for this year's PDF is building a collaborative democracy for Kenya's sustainable future. What does that make you think about?
When I hear the theme of this year, it talks about how we work together, like for the future that we want. We come together, sit down, agree on one thing, and bring it into reality, instead of sitting down and hearing other people planning for a future that you will be part of.
Yes.
So we collaborate and agree instead of planning something, and then in that future now we start disagreeing because I was not involved. I just heard it happen. So we give everyone an opportunity to be heard, and you listen to the other person, and the other person also listens to you, so that you can also feel part of this change.
And when you have conversations with your friends, your peers back home, are they interested in political issues? What is the sense within your circles, Grace?
I think at the moment with what has been happening in the country now, everyone is invested because you see right now people have been enlightened and they can see that it's not something that's for the leaders only. It affects you one way or another. And young people are now wanting to know, what is this? What's this all about politics? How can I be involved? How can I be part of it? Why do I have to sit down and listen to another person? Why can't they listen to me? So I think right now, as young people, we want to be part of it. We want to know what's happening, how we can be part of it. We want to be part of the decision.
What power do young people have in this whole conversation?
We hold a lot of power, by the way, because we're the majority. But the majority, we have the power to influence each other, and we know how to harness social media more than anyone else. We know how to change the trends. We know how to do certain things. We know how to organize ourselves. We know how to restructure ourselves. Even without the money, even without mobilization, we know how to do our things. If someone can explain a whole constitution on TikTok, TikTok,
In vernacular.
In vernacular, in Meru, in Kisi.
Yes.
We have a lot of power because we know we have, first of all, we have technology.
Yes.
Technology is arguably on our side. We have the numbers, it's on our side. So we have a lot of power in this. We have a lot of stake in this. Maybe what we don't have maybe is the resources. And that's why we are trying to empower as many people with knowledge. They might have the resources, but we have the knowledge. And that's what PDF seeks to do. PDF gives out the information to these people. They need to know their rights. We are empowering people. Personally, I'm a product of PDF, and that's why I'm even be here. Because when I didn't understand what politics does and all these things, Inform 2, that's when they got me introduced into these things. And in fact, I think you can't be friends with me if you tell me you're apolitical. You don't have to take a side. You don't have to go to the streets and throw a stone
but
for
at
me to
least
show
be
me.
engaged.
But at least be engaged. You need to learn what is happening in the community. You don't even have to watch news every day. You just have to understand what different policies do for you.
Gotcha.
Don't say, if you tell me you're not voting, I mean, that's such a weird thing to say. Because you will not vote and then you will come crying after. And you had the power just to change that.
Are we investing enough of civic education for young people, do you think?
I think as of now, because, we are waiting for IEBC to do that work for us. Tambo, that was what they were doing, civic education and all these things. But now people have taken initiative themselves. It's even Pawa, the fact that you're holding us now, this is civic education. There are different vernacular stations. So it's growing very, very rapidly. It's growing on TikTok. It's growing on Facebook. Like nowadays, I open X, I see very, very positive content. So I feel like we're going... We have decided, and that's one other thing that we like with PDF, we have decided people are going to take initiative themselves. We don't have to wait for big corporations. You don't have to wait for big NGOs. You can do it yourself. I, as Nick, who knows something in the Constitution, or someone else who knows something, law students, I have my friend called Thorn. He's in second year, he's doing law. And you see him taking up initiative. He started his own organization called Jua Sharia. And what they do, they demystify the Constitution. They have sessions on Instagram where they come, take sessions, break them down. This jargon, that's what they use. Now we tell them, what does this mean? In Kiswahili, in Sheng. People can be able to understand.
Grace, because you're the girl here, I'll ask you again. The engagement of young women, the girls, let me call them girls or young women. Are you satisfied with the engagement of young girls and women in how they plug into discourse around governance and democratic issues? Because I know there's always a conversation around, lack of inclusion for women in these spaces. So is the new generation, the Gen Z, are we seeing a shift towards the more engagement and inclusion of young women?
Yeah, I would say that as of now with the Gen Z, I'm seeing more inclusion of women because we're starting to understand that women are not people to be put aside. There are people to be included and to be heard because women also have ideas. We are seeing women in leadership right now, encouraging other young girls to be part of leadership, so that even in school you're listening to young girls participating in debate, speaking in front of the school, and you can see that they also have the ability to be there. I mean, I'm an example. I'm here right now. I've been given this opportunity. It's not because I have something, or it's because I am capable. Being a woman, I am encouraged to be part of it.
Right.
Yeah.
What are your dreams for Kenya? I mean, this theme of this year is it's very deep. You have to really think about your life as a Kenyan. When you hear of a sustainable future for Kenya, what are some of your dreams that speak to a sustainable dream, a sustainable future country?
And sustainable is a very important word, by the way, sustainable. If Kenya was sustainable, we wouldn't be crying if USAID pulled out. Because we will have already set up systems that come with that. I mean, Kenya, and you see the thing about what my dream is, we are not, certain things don't affect us in that big of a manner. I mean, they do affect the jobs, but they shouldn't cripple down our whole thing, because the government should set aside funds to do all that. I'm looking for a sustainable country where there's no corruption. I'm looking for a country where we don't have to bow down to external countries. We don't have to bow to external influences because of the money they're giving us. When someone gives you money, you're at liberty to do whatever they want.
Right.
See, when they give you money, they will tell you implement this or else we will not give you more money. And why should we be? I mean, we have enough resources to do everything ourselves. If we just cut down the spending, cut down the wastage, cut down the corruption and all these things, all that money, we lose about 2 billion shillings every single day. That money would have gone to fund those ARVs.
Yeah.
I mean, that would have taken out external influence.
Right.
We wouldn't be crying about, you said, if people used money correctly. So I'm thinking, my dream of Kenya is, and I'm always pray about this every single day, that we come up to where we have good leaders. Leaders who will go there, they will do what they're put in power to do. Leaders who care about their legacy.
Right.
If someone cared about their legacy, they wouldn't be stealing 700 million.
Right.
I'm looking for Kenya where if someone steals 200 million, they should pay the 200 million. Why are you stealing 200 million and paying 20?
Yeah.
You see, that's what happens in most
There's a
cases. They
mismatch,
pay in 10%. They pay 10. I mean, that I can do it as a full-time
We
job.
saw that with even the former governor of Kiambu.
Yeah.
He was in some 700 and whatever million, and he was told to pay 50 million.
You see, I mean, I will do that. Personally, I would. Why?
Yeah.
If I'm 750.
Yeah.
See, I'll just set it aside.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah. What about you, Grace? What are your dreams for Kenya? What does a sustainable future look like in your world?
A sustainable future in my world
Yeah.
looks like a future where young people are included in decision making. That is, we don't sit down and watch a leader misuse funds, embezzle funds, while we keep quiet and wait for the next election. Well, we can speak up and fight for our future.
Yeah.
We can speak up and hold this leader accountable. I'm looking for a country where when Donald Trump decides to pull out money from the country, we are not crying, we are not begging for help. We can be able to stand on our own and build this nation into a great nation.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, those are the very powerful sentiments of young Kenyans, Nick Mathenge and Grace Dahil, that we are in conversation with today. They are the coordinators of the Nisasa village that shall be live on location at the People Dialogue Festival, happening from the 5th of March all the way till the 8th of March at Uhuru Park. The entry is absolutely free. It's a space for every Kenyan, everyone. If you are going to be around town, please make sure you head out to Uhuru Park and come for a 4-day very eventful convening of dialogue around governance and democratic processes. We shall take a quick break now, and then when we come back, we continue with our discourse and find out exactly what the young people of this country want, and more specifically, how they are deciding to be a part of the solution to carve out those futures and the dreams and the hopes that they have for this country. So let's take a quick break. We'll be right back. Do not move a muscle. Keep it Power Radio.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Kusema kweli bado nakuhata, and on the daily bado nakufuata. Kosa sio hoja zaidi ya kukupenda. Vipi nikatupa ndoto tulizoziota. Uliniwasha nare enzi zetu za kupare, kwa mvinyo na makale, magizani hadi ngware, nikijifanya dakitare wa mabinti wale wenye shepu za hatari, nikapotelea ndani. Ila mwambie nampenda, roho ya mtamani bado nampenda. Ukimwona mwambie nampenda, roho ya mtamani bado nampenda. Ukimwona tabasamu la kishua, roho sawa na mabua. I can't help but miss you every morning. Vile unapendeza, kama ningeweza jua yepi ya kutarajia, nisingejipata mashakani kwa niliyoyatenda. Ninayempenda ni wewe, hakuna kusema kwa jirani kwamba mimi kisirani, aibu za hadharani, vile penzi hatari, njoo unipe amani kama hapo zamani. Mwambie nampenda, oh yeah, roho ya mtamani bado nampenda, ukimwona mwambie nampenda, roho ya mtamani bado nampenda, ukimwona. Mwambie nampenda, roho ya mtamani bado nampenda, ukimwona. Mwambie nampenda, roho ya mtamani bado nampenda, ukimwona. Mwambie nampenda, roho ya mtamani bado nampenda, ukimwona.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio. sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Wow, welcome back. That is I Rosh with Maheni, and it's playing right here on Power Radio. This is the Power Morning Drive Show. My name is Anne Wanyoike. I'm your host, and I am here in studio with Nick Mathenge and Grace Dahil from the People Dialogue Festival. They are the coordinators of the Nisisi Nisasa village that shall see over 800 people coming in to engage with the conversation that is about to be a one fun and vibey and litty village. Why should we come? Why should we come to the Nisisi Nisasa village? I know I am past high school.
Yeah.
I am way past high school, but I want to come just for the vibe. So yeah, why should I come there?
First of all, it is the most vibrant.
Yeah.
It is the one with the most people. I mean, the party there is going to be amazing. I mean, who wants to go to a party without people?
Right.
I mean, it's the party with over 800 people.
Yeah.
Everyone there with big ideas.
Funky.
We're going to have good, very, very good artists. We have you covered, I can assure you.
Yeah.
Because I've been part of the festival for a very long time.
Right.
I know
Yeah.
what we cannot go lower.
Yeah.
We have to go higher. So
Higher,
there's
for sure.
the performances, spoken word, you'll come see talents from even the people. I'm sure out of 800 people, there are people who know how to do things there. So we're going to have that. We're going to have so many things. I think you should come because it's a very, very big party.
Yeah.
You'll get to understand and we will be able to explain things more because of the target audience. And then, you know, one of the things we actually focused on when I was giving out the sessions, when I was talking to this panelist, I was telling them, Tafadhali, you know, your target audience,
Is-
they'll be outside school. Don't take them back to lessons in school.
Yeah.
Mtu ametoroka chemistry shule, you cannot come them to give them a lecture. So you have to make it as engaging as possible. That's one of the requirement we actually needed. There's gonna be sweets if you win. Yeah, there's gonna be sweets. There's gonna be. We have to
I'll
take care
come
of
for the candy.
Yeah,
I will come for
if you participate enough.
Okay,
Yeah.
right. Yeah. And for you, what is the one thing that you always look forward to that the Nisisi Nisasa village will have also this time around?
One thing for sure, it will have a vibe. There will be the where have you seen high schoolers without a big
Aye,
vibe?
lazima kuwe na
Kwanza,
vibe.
since we have a lot of high schoolers,
Yeah.
it's gonna be opportunity to socialize, learn from each other, enjoy, and there's gonna be so many games.
Yeah.
And like he said, there's going to be sweets, opportunity for you to win these gifts
Yeah.
because of the games.
Yeah.
There's going to be so many speakers that will teach you a lot. You will be able to, network and get to know people because you need your network is your net worth out here. So you will be able to meet new people, interact and learn a lot, and you'll be enlightened about the politics and all that is going around. Yeah.
What has been the most transformative thing about being part of the PDF, planning for you, Nick?
I mean, it has taught me a lot. I've been able to engage with people I never thought I would. I mean, I found myself in rooms with very important people talking about issues. I found myself writing emails to very important people.
You are an important person yourself.
Okay, yeah. I am. I don't
You
even know
are.
why.
You
Yes.
is a big deal.
Yes, I'm a big deal. Yeah,
You are. Yeah.
So, but I've learned a lot, especially how to interact with people. I've learned a lot to network. I've learned a lot how to use my opportunity when I can have the opportunity to pass out my cards. I pass out my cards because I've built my contact list right now. If I get stuck somewhere, at least I know, because I've been able to talk to people in different organizations. Different organizations doing different things. Right now, if I want something done, I know who to call. I know. Basically, that's the biggest thing. It taught me a lot about responsibility because there are deadlines. You have to be rushed some days. Some days, there's a lot of pressure, but then you know how to handle it.
Yeah. And for you, Grace, what has been the most transformative thing about this whole PDF, your involvement in PDF?
I think for me, I've learned a lot from collaborating with Nick and Kimberly and all the other people who are planning PDF. Because, being fresh out of high school, you have a lot of time in your hands and you don't know what to do. So being part of it, I've been able to learn, especially about responsibility, because I've been given this responsibility, so I know I have to do something and I have to be part of the planning. I've also been able to understand the effort and the work that is being put in place for PDF. Because, in high school, you don't really know what's going on. You just show up and you listen to the speakers, but you don't know the effort that was put behind it. Being part of the planning, I've been able to see the sacrifices that people are making and the hard work that is put in place so that this whole event can come to life.
Okay. Because we are talking to young people, I want us to do a little fun activity here. And it's going to be like quick fire questions there. And so the first one, I'll throw it to you, Nick. I know you are up to task. So what bust a myth, young people know nothing about politics. True or false? Explain, discuss, 20 marks.
False.
Yes.
I was somewhere yesterday.
Yeah.
I was somewhere yesterday night with a group of my friends who were seated at a round table somewhere. And if you know the kind of things we were talking about there, people know a lot about politics. I mean, they've been following up. Some people started reading newspapers when they were very, very young. The people who've grown up in politics and they know a lot. They might not know how to trick people, but they don't know how to lie to people. You know, people think politics is lying to people.
Right.
Politics is about killing people.
Yeah.
Politics is about dividing
Abducting
people, racism, tribalism. We don't know that. If that's politics, we don't know politics. But if it's politics about having ideas, being a leader, knowing what to say, people do. And we know politics more than those. They know the bad politics. We know the real. Yeah.
To you, describe young people of Kenya in 3 words.
In 3 words.
Yes.
Creative, enlightened, and what else can I say? Very hardworking.
Explain
very
why
hardworking.
you think they are.
I feel like when young people hear about something that affects them, they are willing to put in the effort to actually see the results. Like when the young people heard about the bill and they felt that it was going to affect them, they were willing to actually go out on the streets and, speak up and make sure that something has been done. So I feel like young people are really hardworking and they are very intelligent in the sense that we are living in an era where there is a lot of information on the internet and young people are very glued to the internet. So they really have this information. So they know what's going on, what should be done and what's not being done. Yeah.
Nick, if you were to be president today, what are the 3 main things you would start changing?
Education. I don't even have to think about it.
Yeah.
Education.
Yeah.
Education is a tool that you need to empower people. If you have a bad education system, you lose everyone. Education. Health.
Right.
You don't even have to start thinking about other things if their health is not in check.
Yeah.
If somebody is not healthy, they cannot work.
Yeah.
They cannot even use that road if they're not healthy. We need to focus more on the maternal rate, the people dying in hospitals when they give birth. We need to focus on that. So it's education, health, and fixing poverty. Poverty demeans someone. Poverty is what drives people into
crime.
drugs, into crime and all these things. If you fix poverty, if you fix health and you fix education, leave alone all those things we're doing aside. Leave alone everything we're doing aside. Education, health, and poverty. Tackle that, you've brought a better society.
Wow.
Not even everything else.
Yeah.
We stop renovating state house. We
Yeah.
stop doing all these things. I'd rather stay in an apartment alone, in a state house that doesn't have people, and I make sure the hospital next to me. I don't know which is the nearest hospital status, but does the hospital have medicine? That's the first thing I'd check. When I wake up in the morning, I'd go do random calls.
Right.
Go to these hospitals. What are they doing?
Yeah.
That's the first thing I'd do as president.
Yeah. And you, what would you do if you were president today?
I think if I was president, I would focus on eradicating poverty in the country. Because there's no way we can say we have 30 millionaires and 30 million poor people. That's like doing zero work.
Yeah.
Because as a country, we can't move forward if we are leaving others behind. We are one and we need to work together. So if I was president, I'd work to pushing everyone up instead of leaving others down so that I can empower myself and my friends. Yeah.
Awesome. We are unfortunately running out of time, but let's hear your parting shot. And in your parting shot, let the people know when, where the PDF is happening, how can they plug in. Let's start with you, Nick.
So the PDF is happening from 5th to 8th of March in Uhuru Park, Nairobi. There's Uhuru Park in Kisumu. Yes. Uhuru Park, Nairobi, just here. 5th to 8th March. You can plug in on our socials at the PDF Festival everywhere: TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, X, all those places. It's going to be an engaging. Entry is absolutely free.
Yay.
If you need more information about People's Dialogue, just go to peopledialoguefestival.org. There's .org. There's a registration form there. There's so many things you can see and read more about the festival. There's also a program there where you can see all the leaders coming. You can see every single session and see which ones to plug in. So it's a very, very amazing time. There are multiple artists performing.
Yes.
So it's even a concert in the evening, by the way.
Wow.
It's a concert. We talk about things in the day. In the evening, we loosen our ties.
Right.
Go in.
I would say let our hair down, but I don't have hair.
Oh. and then there's no dress code. You don't have to wear a suit.
We
That's
just come as we are.
Just come as you are. Wear sunglasses if you want. Just come, cool vibe.
Yeah.
Everyone's gonna be a chill. In fact, you should even meet the CEO of CMD. He's such a cool guy. You'd think
would love to meet
he's almost, when we talk as if we were age mates. Very, very cool guy. Amazing. But when he gets down to work, he does the work properly.
Yeah, and your parting shot to the young people of Kenya.
Ni sisi, ni sasa. Na form ni dialogue.
And your parting shot, your words to young people in this country?
Be part of the change. Do not let the change pass you while you're just seated. Take part, give your ideas, listen to others, and be willing to, put the effort for your future. On 5th of March, let's meet at Uhuru Park and have a great time. High schoolers, prepare yourselves. I know you're in midterm, but when you get back to school, prepare yourselves. Tupatane ni sisi ni sasa village.
Amazing. Nick, Grace, thank you so much for the amazing work that you guys are doing. Yes, and to PDF, thank you for convening this amazing platform. I think it's very important for us to engage. This is the future, guys. You can see. In fact, they are the now. We are saying not the future.
Not
you
the future.
guys are the now.
The now.
And if this is the now, then we are in for a very transformative and sustainable future, guys. So thank you so much for all your work. I wish you all the very best in your planning. I know right now
it's final touches. It's getting crazy.
Final touches inakuanga too crazy nini. But yeah, Pawa Radio is going to be live on location from 5th all the way till the 8th. So kuja manze kapitia usalimie pia watu wa ushago. Yeah, we will be there live on location as we engage in discussions and dialogue about how to build a collaborative democracy for Kenya's sustainable future. That has been our time for today. Thank you so much to everybody who was able to tune in. If you were able to also engage with us, thank you so much. And we hope that we will see you on the 5th to the 8th of March at Uhuru Park, Nairobi, for the People Dialogue Festival convened by the Center for Multi-Party Democracy. Right, and before I let you go, let me give you the lineup of what is coming up today. Now, at 11 a.m., you do not want to miss Miss Murote. She comes in with Shiva Sessions from 11 all the way till 1 p.m. And then 1:30 p.m. all the way till 3:30, I shall be back with the Power Up. Today, we are hosting the Power Puff Girls. Yes, you heard me right. It's a very special edition of all the women, or some of the women of Power 254. We have Njeri Mwangi, the incredible Njeri Mwangi. We also have the incredible Marion Guy, as well as Caroline Murote, and of course, the hostess with the mostest. I will be standing in for Bena, no doubt. He's all the way in Nakuru. Shout out to you. And today we shall be talking about what women really want. I also do not know what I want, and I'm a woman, so it will be interesting to see what my panelists will say about that topic. So let's see you at 1:30 all the way till 3:30 on Power Radio, or for the special edition of the Power Up. Then later on from 4 p.m. Our resident reggae nerd is back with Ital Groove, so you want to catch her for all the reggae vibes and everything that is happening in Jam Down. Let's put a pin on that right now, and I will see you at 1:30. Thank you so much. Goodbye and God bless. But keep it Power Radio for amazing lineup of programs. See you.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Ninaoga jamani, ninaoga, sielewi nini inatendeka, kwa sababu vile wajitolea kunipenda mimi sijazoea. Ninawaza na tena ninapanga vile mimi naweza kutoroka. Hisia zangu ambazo zinapanda zinanifanya kuogopa. perfectly. How can it be now that you're with me? I can't seem to believe that this is for real. Unakazana, nakataa. Wajaribu kusukuma, nakataa. Nimejenga ukuta kaziba, ufa uwezi ingia.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Pawa Radio.